In the realm of animated cinema, few films achieve the level of visual and emotional resonance found in Persepolis.
Persepolis!
Directed by Marjan Satrapi and Vincent Paranod, this animated memoir is not merely a story. It's a canvas painted with striking visuals that convey the intense journey of a young girl navigating the complexities of revolution and self discovery. This is Marjan,
Marjan!
our 10-year-old protagonist who's growing up in 1980s Iran. In this video, I will be talking about how the motifs and animation style of limited visuals in Persepolis contribute to conveying the personal and societal challenges faced by Marjan, especially in the context of cultural and self-identity as well as political oppression. First thing I would like to talk about is the use of silhouettes.
Silhouettes!
Not only is the silhouetting close to perfection in this movie, but it's also very important for letting the audience know the focal point of a scene by giving them as little visual detail as possible, which makes the entire storytelling of the film feel a lot more impactful. Although the visual style of the movie is minimalistic, they give you just enough information to understand what's happening, like the use of its color palette as a medium of showing time, with the present being in color and the past being in black and white. As the movie is about Marjan's past, most of the movie is in black and white, except for 3 scenes in the film being in color, indicating that she is currently thinking about the past while at an airport. These colored scenes are spread out equally in the film. There's one at the beginning, the middle, and the end. But we only understand why she is at the airport until the very last scene. The simplicity of this visual style is deceptive, as it becomes a powerful storytelling device. It not only reflects the historical context of the Iranian Revolution, but also serves as a metaphor for the binary struggles faced by the characters: oppression versus freedom, tradition versus modernity. The visual style also changes in scenes where a story within a story is being narrated. For example, in the scene where Marjan's dad tells her the truth about the Shah's regime, the animation style changes into a puppet animation that is presented almost like a play.
The veil!
The oppressive societal norms, vividly portrayed through the visual motif of the veil, become a pervasive symbol of the restrictions imposed upon the citizens, especially women. The film confronts the audience with the stark reality of a society where individual freedoms are sacrificed for the sake of ideological conformity. The film does not shy away from portraying the consequences of political activism. Marjan's involvement in protests and her confrontations with authority expose the harsh realities faced by those who dare to challenge the status quo. Persepolis becomes a stark commentary on the price of resistance. As Marjan seeks refuge in Vienna, the narrative evolves, but oppression and being trapped remains a constant theme. The struggle for identity intensifies as she grapples with cultural displacement, racism, and societal pressures of conforming to a new set of expectations. The visual style adapts, underscoring her cultural displacement. Although Marjan is technically free in this new country, she never feels free, and still constantly feels that her life is in the control of somebody else's hands. She forces herself to like the same activities as the new friends. She feels forced to live under the rules of the nuns, feels forced to learn Western culture, feels forced to lie about her identity, feels trapped in a chain of failed relationships. After hitting rock bottom, Marjan returns to her homeland,
Iran!
but the theme of being trapped continues, with her being diagnosed with depression due to her never-ending cycle of not being able to fit in. She has come back to her homeland, but now as a stranger. Her mental health eventually does get better, and we even get to see her break out into a song. The oppressive undercurrents in Iran persist, albeit in new forms, but we still get to see the fierce, confrontational Marjan stand up for what is right again.
Family!
Marjan's family acts as a catalyst for her personal transformation and is hence, in my opinion, the most significant motif in this film. The support and guidance she receives from her parents, especially during challenging times, contribute to her resilience. The family becomes a source of strength, enabling Marjan to navigate the complexities of adolescence, exile, and the search for identity. Sadly, the political state of Iran takes a turn for the worst, and Marjan is hence sent back to Europe. France specifically, and is forbidden from returning by her mom, confirming this never-ending cycle of displacement in Marjan's life. This scene brings us back to the very start of the film, of her at the airport, which we now know is in France, which makes the entire movie itself a loop. It makes the viewers wonder what life has in store for Marjan next. This film underscores the cyclical nature of oppression, illustrating that even as regimes change, the struggle for individual freedom endures.